So hello guys, this is me Gaurav, and today's video we are going to discuss about the work at height safety. Like if we are going to conduct a toolbox talk meeting especially focused on work at height activities, if your workers are going to be engaged in any kind of work at height activities, so what kind of content you have to be discussed in that particular TBT or toolbox talk meeting when you are going to work at height. So first of all, you have to explain the workers like what is work at height. What is work at height? If we talk about the work at height activity, so according to these standards, a worker is working above 1.8 meter height, so it will be considered as an work at height activity where the all necessary mandatory PPs related to work at height activities must be taken care, or worker must have those kind of PPs with him. Okay, apart from that, you have to explain about the working on ladders, like what are the safety precautions they have to take while when they are working on ladders, scaffoldings, roofs, and also working near open edges or unprotected holes. Apart from that, you can also tell him about the working above fragile surfaces such as skylights. And apart from that, you can also aware about the falling objects, fragile surfaces, weather conditions, improper use ladders or scaffoldings. And also you can explain about the emergency preparedness, like what kind of emergency preparedness is being prepared by you as a safety engineer or as a safety officer or as a safety manager. What kind of emergency preparedness you prepared, you have to explain it to the workers. Okay, if I talk about the controlled measures to prevent the accidents, this thing also you can discuss with your respective workers, like what kind of controlled measures you are going to taking to prevent the accident. Like if I briefly explain you about this, so plan and access is what kind of plan you have made to execute your work at height activities safely. And also access, the worker who is going to be at work at height activities or who is going to engage in work at height activities, so what kind of accesses we are using, whether it is safe or not safe, difference between safe access and unsafe access, you can discuss this. Apart from that, use proper equipment, what kind of proper equipment must be used while worker is going to be work at height while worker is going to be working at height. Apart from that, you can also discuss safe practices while working at height and training and competency. So you must have to train your workers timely. Specifically, you have to conduct safety trainings specifically focused on work at height activities, like what kind of work at height PPs is being used if someone is working at height. So there are many types of work at height. There are many types of PPs is being used when we are going to work at height. Okay, apart from that, if we talk about the competency, so those workers who are going to be engaged in that particular work at height activity, they must have gone through the vertigo test. Apart from that, safety induction must be carried out. Without safety induction, do not deploy any worker at your site, whether it is working in the confined space area or whether it is working at the work at height activities or even in the general activities. Do not deploy your workers without having safety induction. Okay, so in the competency specifically if we talk about the work at height activity, so worker must have gone through the vertigo test. Okay, and you can also tell about the emergency preparedness, like what kind of emergency plan you have prepared if some kind of accident or incident happen, how you are going to taking care of that particular accident or particular scenario, how you and your workers and your staff is tackling it. So these kind of things you can also discuss in that particular TPT. If I explain it by an example, so I took one example. Let's assume a worker who is going to fixing a pipe on a platform 5 meter above the ground, so he must have to wear safety harness and secure the lanyard. Okay, apart from that, use a stable and properly secured ladder. The worker must use secure and safe ladder while he is going to work at height. So this is the basic about the working at height activities, and this is the basic thing that you can discuss to develop a safety culture in your particular respective site. Okay, so these are some basic concerns if worker are going to be engaged in some kind of basic work at height activity. So you can brief all those points to workers. So in this video, that's it. I hope you learn from. I hope you learn something from this video. This is me, Gaurav Dubey, from Safety Talks with Gaurav. I'm signing off.